Breaking news tonight, American Idol superstar turned Oscar winner devastated. In an apparent home invasion, Jennifer Hudson's mother and brother brutally murdered in their own home. The American Idol star breaks the bank, offering a $100,000 reward for the safe return of her little 7-year-old nephew. The boy kidnapped from the scene. In the last hours, a little boy's body has been positively identified as Hudson's nephew. We are live in Chicago as we go to air. Police announce no suspects. Hudson jets to Chicago to ID the bodies of her family tonight. Jennifer Hudson, American Idol, American Dream Girl, American Nightmare.
All I ask, I don't care who you are, just let my baby go, please. If your business with me, then take it up with me. He's 7. Let my son go, please. That's all I ask.
We can confirm that the body located inside the vehicle was the body of 7-year-old Julian King.
Breaking news out of Chicago today, where police have found a child's body in the back seat of that white SUV. The boy's been missing since the Friday shooting deaths of Hudson's mother and brother at their South Side home.
Tragically, search efforts ended shortly after 7 a.m. this morning. Chicago police responded to a call of a suspicious vehicle parked at 1313 South Colon. William Balfour in the custody of Illinois Department of Corrections for violating conditions of parole and remains a person of interest in this investigation.
And tonight, breaking news, police desperately searching for a beautiful 3-year-old Florida girl, Kelly, after her grandparents report her missing. Little Kelly now not seen 19 long weeks, last seen with her mother. So why didn't mommy call police? Headlines tonight, stunning FBI lab results are in, and they confirm death. Human decomposition in Mom Casey's car, along with extremely high levels of chloroform. The stunning FBI lab results torpedo any possibility that pizza or a dead animal was responsible. The massive search for Kelly gears up. Top Mom Casey Anthony in court tomorrow morning, and still not a single visit to the jailhouse by grandparents George and Cindy Anthony tonight. Where is Kelly?
More details emerge in the case of missing 3-year-old Florida toddler Kaylee Anthony. The hearing is scheduled hours from now for Top Mom Casey Anthony, where a judge is expected to officially charge Anthony with capital murder and 6 other charges in connection with her daughter's disappearance.
Is your daughter in a better place?
No, she's not.
Are you worried about her?
I'm absolutely petrified. If she was with her family right now, she'd be in the best place. She's not.
Documents recently released show evidence of human decomposition in Anthony's car, as well as unusually high levels of chloroform.
The FBI says there are hairs in the trunk that do not show signs of decomposition, and a hair consistent with Kaylee's which does, which could indicate Kaylee was alive when she was put into the trunk of her mother's car and died in the trunk. The FBI says it also found unusually high levels of chloroform, a potentially deadly substance, in the vapors coming from the carpet in Casey's trunk, more than you would expect from normal human decomposition.
Anthony remains behind bars on no bond and could face the death penalty. Meanwhile, Texas EquuSearch is preparing to return to Orlando, along with bounty hunter Leonard Padilla, to continue the search for little Kaylee.
Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. I want to thank you for being with us tonight. American Idol superstar turned Oscar winner Jennifer Hudson rocked by violent crime.
Singer and Oscar-winning actress Jennifer Hudson and her family, already mourning the deaths of her mother and brother, now have to come to grips with the murder of a child. 7-year-old Julian King has been found in that SUV, found dead.
I love you. Her mama's looking for you. I'm not going to stop until you come home.
Just a terribly sad story here. That makes 3 murders in Jennifer Hudson's family just in the last 3 days.
Julian was found on the west side of Chicago. The body was found early this morning around 8 a.m. Soon after, a neighbor walking his dog. The dog started howling at the car. When police got there, they opened the car and found the boy inside.
7-year-old Julian King has been missing since Friday. when his grandmother, 57-year-old Darnell Donnerson, and uncle, 29-year-old Jason Hudson, were found shot to death in their Inglewood home.
There was at least one report that whoever killed the mother and brother in that house blasted through the front door, shooting through the front door, and shot them even before this person got inside.
27-year-old William Balfour, the estranged husband of Hudson's sister, is considered a person of interest.
He spent 7 years in prison for attempted murder and carjacking.
You've got 2 crime scenes. Oftentimes there's a lot of evidence left at a crime scene, and I suspect that we'll have some evidence that will link us to the killer.
I don't understand it. Straight out to Susan Rosegen, CNN correspondent, standing by outside the victim's home. They're in Chicago. They've got a vehicle turned casket, and they don't have a suspect. They can't tell me whose car it is.
No, and I'm thinking the same thing you are, Nancy. And I'm also thinking if they've had this William Balfour in custody for 3 days now, who was driving that van around, that SUV around, that was just discovered in that neighborhood this morning with a boy's body in back? Who was that? An accomplice? Somebody else?
Well, okay, here's the sticking point with that theory. How long had the vehicle been there? The vehicle could have been there since before the stepfather was picked up.
Except, Nancy, that we talked to a neighbor today who says he lives 3 blocks away and that car was not there before this morning.
And let me clear up, there is no suspect in custody tonight. This is an apparent home invasion. Oscar winner Jennifer Hudson, rocked by violent crime. She flies home to Chicago to identify the bodies of her mother and brother after breaking the bank, offering a $100,000 reward for the safe return of her little 7-year-old nephew. We can now confirm as we go to air, a body has been identified as the little boy's.